There is a date written on my board. I'm not going to tell you what that is, obviously, but every single time I come and sit on my desk, or every single time I even wake up, the first thing my eyes goes to is that date. And every single time without fail, something in me shifts, like a reminder that I made a promise to myself, and that promise matters, and that promise is waiting. Now, you've got to trust me when I say that I have tried a lot of things to stay on track with my goals. I have made plans, I have set reminders, I have downloaded every productivity app that you can think of, but nothing, and I genuinely mean nothing, has helped me be as accountable as this board above my desk has. And today I want to talk about why. Because this is not just a habit thing or a motivation thing, there is an actual science behind it. There is a science behind placing your goals where you physically see them every day, and why it works in a way that nothing else does. This is that video. Let me ask you something. Do you have a goal right now? Something that you've been thinking about for weeks or months or maybe even years? Do you think about it every single day? The real question is, do you act on it every single day? Probably not, and there is a reason behind it. For most people, and I include myself in that, there is a gap between thinking about your goal and actually working on it, and that gap has a reason. When a goal lives only in your head, it has to compete with like so many things. Your to-do list, the thing that someone said to you last week, the message that you have to reply to, the plan that you have to make, the notifications, the overthinking, and it's just unending. So the goal that lives in your head has to fight every single thought for attention, and on most days it loses. And this is exactly where the board changes everything. There is a concept in behavioral psychology called the environmental design. Okay, the idea is very simple but kind of mind-blowing when you sit with it. Your behavior is shaped more by what is physically around you than how motivated or how disciplined you are. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, says that, pay attention to this, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your environment. Now think about what that actually means. It means that the problem is never just you. It's your environment, it's your setup. Here are very simple examples that prove this. For example, you keep your yoga mat near the bed. You are significantly more likely to exercise that morning. Not because suddenly you became this very disciplined person, it is because of the visual cue. Because of the visual cue of that yoga mat, right there in your line of vision before you've even fully woken up, triggers the associated intention in your brain which makes you do it. If you put a book on your pillow, you're more likely to read the book before going to sleep instead of, scrolling your phone. If you keep water on your desk, you'll drink more water. You get where I'm going with this, right? The object in your environment triggers your behavior automatically without you having to think about it. Okay, so here's what I've noticed that happened over time. When I put my first goal in here, it felt like something that I want but I haven't done yet. It felt a little uncomfortable. It also felt a little pressurizing, I'm not gonna lie to you. But then over time something changed and it felt more like an identity, like something I'm already in the process of becoming. Because I've been seeing it every day, I've been waking up with it, I've been sleeping with it, I have been working in front of it. Psychologists call this self-concept, the story that you tell yourself about who you are. It is very, very interesting, it is very important. And research shows that when something is repeatedly present in your environment, your brain puts that in your story. It stops becoming a goal out there and it starts becoming a part of who you are in here. And that date, that haunted the hell out of me, but over time that started becoming a little lesser, and then it started becoming an identity that I've been working for. It stopped feeling like a deadline and it started feeling like a commitment that I've been working for, a direction that I'm already moving in. And that shift did not happen because I journaled about it or I meditated with it or I created a very aesthetic Pinteresty vision board. It happened because it was just there every single day, right in front of my face, refusing to let me forget it. Let's talk about how you can set this own system up for yourself step by step. Yeah. The first and the most important thing, you have to pick your location very, very carefully. It can be above your desk, the most ideal one where you actually sit and work, or it can be the mirror that you always look at. It can be a wall that you pass through every single day. It cannot be a corner that you barely see, or it cannot be on the top of your bed that you barely see. See, on the top of my bed there are pictures, those are memories, that's my memory wall. That is not something that I need to see every day for my brain to get reminded of its goal, right? So that is fine, but that location for this board is not ideal at all. Point is, You should not be able to exit your space without seeing it. Secondly, start with 3 things. When you get a board, you will have this urge to, just fill it up and make it all colorful. And no, that is not what you have to do. You start with 3 things. You write down 3 goals or 3 things that you have to get done, you have to achieve, and you write it in your own handwriting. And if you can become specific about it, if you can attach a number to it, say for example, you have to earn 1 lakh within 1 month, or if there is a date like I have, some number attached to it creates an urgency that vague goals never do. When I see that date every morning, my brain automatically calculates ki, oh, so and so time is left for this date. The calculation happens whether I want it or not, and it keeps me moving. 4th point, let it get messy. My board is crowded, it is multicolored, and honestly even a little chaotic. That's fine. It is not supposed to be aesthetic. Each time I cannot be color coordinating before putting up a note, right? It is supposed to be real. You add things as they come up, you take things down as you've completed them. That is how it works. The moment you start investing time into thinking of how to decorate it and how to make it aesthetic, it kind of loses the point. Keep it real, keep it raw. And the 5th one, trust the process. Okay, you get a board, you put 3 sticky notes and everything is going to change magically. No, that is not going to happen. But in the 2nd week or 3rd week, you will start seeing the shift in your brain, the shift in your actions, the shift in your thoughts. You will catch yourself looking at the board without even intending to, and then you will notice yourself doing the thing on that note, not because you forced yourself to do it, but because your environment quietly, consistently, relentlessly reminded you to do that. Now let's talk about what I want you guys to take away from this. We spend a lot of time, at least I spent a lot of time looking for the perfect system, the perfect productivity app, the perfect productivity tool. While all those things are useful, yes, 100% sure, but sometimes the most powerful thing is also the most simplest. A wall, a sticky note, your own handwriting, your goals. It is your corner, it is created by you, and it is something that you cannot avoid. There is something about seeing your own goals in your own handwriting, in your own space. It's some kind of ownership, some kind of responsibility, some kind of commitment that you feel towards yourself. And that feeling you cannot get through a notification or a reminder or an app. So now this is exactly what this board does to me. Yeah, every single thing over here is a visual cue for me, and whenever I see them, and I see them a lot because this is my desk and I'm always here. And unlike the notifications on our phone, we cannot just swipe it away. We cannot swipe a wall off, right? So now if you're interested, let me show you what my board looks like, okay? As you can already see, very chaotic, extremely unaesthetic, okay? This is a picture of my parents because I'm grateful for them. They're the driving force for whatever I do. These are my deadlines for my MBA registration. These are my, I stuck this note today only because my MBA exam schedule came in. And these are quotes that I really believe in. This is one of my goals. This is editing softwares and PayPal account setup. So such tasks are also put up here. And those are versions of me that I want to be. Don't judge. One of the things that I've written is the kind who reads. I want to become the kind of person who reads. There's another thing also written. The kind who eats a fruit bowl in the morning. So that is also something I would like to become. The kind of person who eats a fruit bowl in the morning. So my board includes everything. Every small thing to every thought that I have to all the big goals that I want. And things keep on going up, coming down. And this really helps. So if this makes any sense to you, this video has served its purpose. Now I want to know, do you have a board like this or a mirror where you put your sticky notes up? If you think that whatever I said in this video was utter bullshit, you can let me know. We can have a conversation. And if you're going to try this after watching this video, this is going to be one of the best things that you can do to yourself. Now, if this video made sense to you, share it with that one person who you think needs to hear this. And subscribe if you want more honest, real conversations about productivity. I will see you in the next